Yo, it's D.Arthur in the building. I'm talking to you guys today about why when you go on semen retention, you'll start tolerating a lot less when you go on semen retention. And the side effects of retention on your attraction levels. Because the thing is, in this society, we have just a bunch of complainers. We have a bunch of people who want the world but are giving out minimal effort. We have a bunch of people who think just because someone isn't hitting them up, it means that they're not it means that they don't care about them, or they're over them or something like that. And the thing is, people have lives. People want to manifest dreams. People want to manifest things that they really want. People want to chase after their dreams. People have goals and things like that. And the people who are less inspired, the thing is, someone who's less inspired is hitting up someone who's probably very inspired, and someone who's usually more inspired is probably putting in a lot of work because they actually believe that things that they want to happen can actually happen, and they're willing to put in effort to acquire these things. When someone who's less inspired hits them up, and that inspired person does not hit them up or hit them back up, they think, oh, they don't care about them or something like that. And the thing is, that's not necessarily the case. It could be just because they're really focused on their goals and they really want to get somewhere in life. And I mean, the thing is, when you go on semen retention, you just tolerate a lot less. You really have gone to the point where a lot of the things that you used to be just very occupied with, the things that you used to be very occupied with, maybe the sleeping around, the drinking every day, the drugs, the alcohol, all those things, you realize that they really don't serve that much of a purpose. You realize that you might want a little bit more. You realize that if you actually put in some effort into some things that you want, you could actually get them. And you realize that anybody who isn't adding to your growth or isn't adding to your development or adding really positivity to your life, you really just realize that it could be time to let them go and cut them off. This is what you start realizing. You start tolerating a lot less. Maybe the things that you used to tolerate maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago, you just don't tolerate as much. You've grown up. Your soul has matured. You really want more of a peaceful life. You're in a peaceful state of mind. Anybody who doesn't add peace to your life, you pretty much cut them loose. You burn the bridge. It's over. If they're not really adding to your life, if they're not talking about increase. Because the thing is, I mean, a lot of people want a lot of things. They want certain type of women. They want certain type of monetary status. They want certain type of status. They want to hit different levels in their business. But are they really willing to go through whatever it takes to actually acquire those things? And 95% of the population isn't willing to go through the things that they need to go through to actually get what they want. They quit too soon. They say things like it doesn't work. They don't properly execute. They give excuses. They become very defensive. They just do the norm. They just do what's expected of them. And that's how they're not really extending themselves into the full capacity of what they really can be. They're not reaching their full potential. They give up too quickly. They get distracted way too quickly. They go into pleasure way too quickly. They just have a defeater's mindset. There's a difference between a winner and someone who's a loser. Winners focus on the prize, and losers focus on the winners. So I mean, it's up to you to decide who you want to be in this three-dimensional world that we've all somehow just ended up here. How do you want people to remember you when you go by? Now, I mean, the shallow person doesn't think any of this matters. They just think that they're just gonna do what they want to do, and then they're gonna retire maybe in their 70s, and then they'll live free for maybe the 5-6 years, and then they'll end up out in the world. But the people who are a little bit more inspired, the people who just have a little bit more inspiration in them, they realize that going through the things that we were all taught, they can get to maybe their 10-year plan a lot quicker if they put in consistent and efficient effort. I mean, they obviously might not reach their goals as quickly as that can as quickly as that, but they can get a lot closer than if they were to just do things, just if they were just to go slow and just go by the books. So I mean, yeah, so like I said, you tolerate a lot less. Like, a lot of people who may like waste your time, people who just aren't putting a lot of effort into their lives, you really just don't have any correlation with them. Because the thing is, this whole world is based off of vibration. People who are operating from a high vibration, meaning people who are usually more grateful, people who are just usually more inspired, people who are usually just more focused, their mindset is going to attract similar people like them. And then the people who are less focused, who are less inspired, who give up a lot quicker, those type of people will be correlated with similar type of people. So I mean, it's up to you which spectrum of the field that you want to be on. And the people who practice semen retention, and they don't give up the semen to any person that gives them attention. They're just probably going to be a little bit more satisfied in life in the long run. It may not seem like it right now. They might even say, like, why would they do such a thing to them? And the thing is, like, I mean, this is true. This is how it can look like. You might look a little bit insane if you keep doing this. But the reason, like I said, the reason why we do this is so we can get to our end destination maybe a lot quicker than previously thought. Because the thing is, Grant Cardone said this: successful people bring the future to the present. Wherever you saw yourself maybe 10, 15 years from now, you're doing everything in your power to try to get a glimpse of that maybe in the next 5 years. You're just going a lot faster than usual. You're just going a lot faster than humanly possible. And you're trying new things, and you're trying to see which works and which doesn't work. And then you double down on the things that pretty much work. The more you can do this and capitalize on the things that work, you're going to reach your end destination a lot quicker. You're just going to reach your end destination a lot quicker. But like I said, people like to give up. People like to be defensive. People like to give excuses. And this is why they never reach where they want to reach. This is why they never get the woman that they really want to reach. Because I was reading something like this where apparently the type of woman that you have currently in your life is a direct correlation of how you're doing as a man. And to be honest, you have to be a hell of a guy to get an attractive woman to literally to submit to you. Because the thing, like I said, the thing is, she has a lot of options. She has plenty of options. So you have to do something in your power to make yourself stand out. And you really have to have multiple things going on for you. You have to live abundantly. You have to live carefree. You really just have to be very happy with yourself. You have to be satisfied. You have to have a routine. You have to have things that are going for you. You can't be put off the moment she doesn't show interest. You have to keep going. This is the only way to really become fully satisfied. And like I said, the thing about semen retention is because you're doing this, you're conserving, you're saving your seminal fluid. You're literally raising your vibration. You're literally raising your mood. You're literally raising your mood. You're raising your mindset. You're raising what you think is possible. You're raising your consciousness. There could be literally disaster right in front of you, and your mood still does not change. You still have the core belief that things will return back to normal. You just have to know what type of things that you have to do in order to get to that level, to get to that reality. You're no longer put off by the mediocre. You're just very focused. You're very in tune with yourself, and you're living in alignment with your authentic self. And then things will fall into place. If maybe it's a job that you want, you'll get the job. If maybe it's a business number that you want, you'll hit that number. Maybe it's a woman that you want. Someone like her, or maybe her, will somehow be attracted into your life. The thing is, this world is based off of vibration and vibes alone. So I mean, if you're giving off very good positive energy, your action is correlated with very good positive energy. You have no choice you have no choice but to really get the best back. Everything that you put out will come back to you tenfold. So make sure you're putting very good energy out. Make sure you're taking care of your health. Make sure you're just speaking the things that you want. Make sure you're doing things that make you feel good. Because the thing is, the better you feel, the more you're allowing the better things to come into your life. The better you're allowing your thought process to be very, very energetic. The better you feel, your thoughts will start being more authentic. Combine with this with meditation, your thoughts will be a little bit more authentic, and then you'll start thinking about the things that you want, and now you'll start figuring out how to acquire the things that you want, and then you won't be paralyzed by fear, because a lot of things, people don't go through with things just because of fear. Fear is literally the number one blocker for people to reach their goals and their dreams. They're always thinking of how the worst thing can happen, and they just never fully commit to something. They never fully they never fully commit to something just because of the projection of fear. But if you can look at fear right in the face and still go on regardless of how things may look, you have something that not a lot of people have. And I mean, if you have this, you're unstoppable. You're invincible. You are called the advancing man, and you will get what you want. Like I said, semen retention just helps you build up this courage. Because the thing is, the people who are not really into, let's say, retention or self-development or improving on a consistent basis, you have to look at the results in their life. And like I said, the results in their life probably aren't as where it can be. It could still be good. They could be satisfied with the mundane, but they're never really exerting themselves to get the full benefits of their perceived potential. I mean, it just goes to show, like, what type of person are you? Are you willing to be satisfied with getting just getting things, getting good results, or are you willing to exert yourself to get very great results? It just goes to the person of who wants to put in the work and who wants to actually get what they want. And like I said, the semen retention helps you build up this courage to take action, to become better, to get better, to change your habits, to develop a higher state of consciousness. Because the thing about consciousness, and what is consciousness? Consciousness is the things that you believe to be true. People from their birth to their entire life never change their state of consciousness. They're operating from the same vibration, the same set of consciousness for the rest of their whole entire life. They never change into anything different. They never become into something. They're always staying the same. And I mean, this is a lot. This is the normal for a lot of people. But I mean, if you're just not satisfied with what you currently have, and you're grateful for it, but you're not completely satisfied, you might develop a different state of consciousness. You might just develop a different state of being, and now you're more likely to attract the things that you really want if you work steadily towards your vision and goals and desires. So yeah, if you go on, let's say, 30 days of retention, you're definitely gonna change your vibration a little bit. Your brain is going to hold more dopamine, and now all of the things that you wanted, they look like they're a lot more tangible. They look like they're more likely to happen, just because you're giving them way to come into your life. You're not blocking them out with egotistical talk or defensive minded speaking, if that made sense. So yeah, like, just retain, get what you want, live happy, and then become who you really want to be. And don't let fear stop you. Like the video, comment, subscribe below. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.